There is so much more to downtown Las Vegas than gambling and the overhead light show, and in this video I'm going to introduce you to 25 things to do on Fremont Street that don't involve gambling. I guarantee there's a few novel ideas that you hadn't yet considered. Cat's Meow is located within Neonopolis and offers karaoke daily. I finally swung in for the first time the moment they opened at 5 p.m. to find the place pretty deserted. Fortunately, they have an employee take the stage when waiting for guests to volunteer, singing a wide variety of songs, and the dude was super talented. I was excited to take advantage of their 2-for-1 happy hour, but was surprised to learn my two 12-ounce cans of Coors Light still cost $12, which is what a 12-pack usually costs. Regardless, it's a fun spot and a worthy hangout. Just pregame a bit before you go. The Nerd also calls Neonopolis home and is a shrine to all things considered nerdy by society. Inside is a good-sized arcade with games like skee-ball, claw games, and more. There's a bar, a small movie prop museum, and even an 8-lane bowling alley. They even have vintage video game systems hooked up to TVs like Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and Super Nintendo, and those vintage video game systems are completely free to play. There's even a mechanical bull that you can ride, only it's not a bull. It's shaped like a male body part. Not a hand, not an arm. I'll let your imagination take you there. I was going to ride it for this video, but thankfully it was shut down during my visit. Fat Cat is a new live music joint at Downtown Grand specializing in jazz music, and I was impressed with how cool the scene was. Draft beer starts at a reasonable $6 price point, but late afternoon happy hour deals are often detailed on a chalkboard near the bar's entrance from Downtown Grand's casino floor. When I stopped in, I was able to snag two $3 happy hour drafts, which doesn't seem bad. Live music fires up at 8 or 9 p.m. almost daily, and usually requires a $5 cover charge. This place isn't getting nearly enough buzz. While you're at Downtown Grand, make sure you take advantage of their $2 hot dog and draft PBR special, which is one of the best values in downtown Las Vegas. And I know this is a video about things to do besides gambling, but I do need to note that Downtown Grand is home to the only $1 blackjack game downtown, and they commonly deal $5 craps. Another live music option, Plaza's Sand Dollar Lounge should also be on your radar. The venue is gorgeous and showcases an assortment of live music acts on most Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. Even if there aren't live music acts, the bar area is beautiful. They have bar top gaming, pool tables, and even a champagne vending machine. They also have the coolest piece of art in Las Vegas. Fremont Street Experience is known for their free Downtown Rock summer concert series that features bands you've heard of like Boys Like Girls, Soul Asylum, Common Kings, and more. But even outside of the big name concert series, the Experience hosts an assortment of great cover bands and musicians nightly that are super fun to post up with a beer and enjoy. A short ride from Fremont Street, the Neon Museum is a nonprofit dedicated to the preservation and exhibition of historic Las Vegas signs, some of which date back to the 1930s. There you'll find over 250 signs from iconic properties like Stardust, Riviera, Moulin Rouge, and so much more. While daytime admission is a bit cheaper, I suggest spending the extra few bucks to visit during the evening, as the museum has restored a handful of signs to their former glory, and they're spectacular. The Old Mormon Fort is also a short ride from Fremont Street and is where Las Vegas got its start. Best yet, it only costs $3 per person. There you'll have the opportunity to explore an indoor museum that details the site's fascinating past before being let loose in the outdoor portion of the experience. While the majority of the Old Mormon Fort is a recreation, the adobe building is original and has been standing since the 1850s. Take it from this nerd, it's worthwhile. Las Vegas and cheap shrimp cocktails used to go together like Pinky and the Brain, Bert and Ernie, Bonnie and Clyde, Scooby-Doo. You get the idea. While most of those deals have evaporated, Lanai Express at Fremont still serves a shrimp cocktail for just $2.99. No, it's not good, but I can't stop ordering them. The Mob Museum is steps away from Fremont Street and is so worth a visit. The museum explores the history of organized crime both in Las Vegas and across the country, boasting artifacts like the St. Valentine's Day Massacre Wall and, morbidly, the bullets that were lodged in it. Interestingly, the building itself opened in 1933 and is part of the show as its courtroom hosted a 1950 U.S. Senate hearing investigating organized crime in Las Vegas. While the information is great, it's how the information is presented that does it for me. Video, audio, interactive stations, artifacts, captivating visual displays, and so much more keep things interesting as you explore. This is a museum that easily takes 2+ hours if you're taking the time to read all the placards. On the topic of the Mob Museum, they have a speakeasy in the basement called the Underground that can be accessed from inside the museum or the secret outdoor entrance, which is way more fun. Just grab the day's password from the Underground's Instagram page, find the barrel, descend the steps, and give that green door a solid pound. Elements of the museum also spill into that speakeasy space, so make sure you mill about and read up on all the informational tidbits there. And you can go to the Underground even if you didn't go to the museum. It's open to all. The SlotZilla Zipline offers two distinct ride experiences. The cheaper, shorter, and honestly lamer option is the lower to the ground ZipZilla, which costs $49 and sends riders 850 feet halfway down Fremont Street in a seated position at heights of up to 77 feet. The other is the upper zoom line, which costs $20 more and sends riders the full distance of 1,700 feet down Fremont Street at heights of 114 feet from the ground, superhero style, or laying on your stomach. Look, I am terrified of heights, but I recently did the upper zoom line and had a great experience. It's tame, not scary, and really scenic. If you're only gonna do one zip line in Vegas, make it this one. The downtown container park is located near El Cortez and is home to a collection of shops, bars, and restaurants. If you have kids, they'll love the Treehouse Playground, which is also fashioned out of shipping containers, and ensure you stick around for the fire show after dark. There's also a stage in the back of the complex that frequently hosts events like live music, yoga classes, and karaoke, along with oversized games like Connect 4, checkers, and Legos, which are all free to play. Main Street Station is home to an assortment of interesting antiques scattered about the gaming floor that are worth your time and include Winston Churchill's snooker table and a large portion of the Berlin Wall, among other items. Just stop at the hotel front desk for a guide that shows you where everything is at. On the topic of historic items, Golden Gate offers a few fun windows to the past that includes a small unmarked door in the high-limit slot room that offers a look at an original hotel wall dating back to 1906, and around the corner is a tile fountain that dates back to 1909. Near the hotel front desk is a small museum that showcases vintage slot machines and items from the hotel's past that includes a guest book from 1907. Located in Neonopolis, the Toy Shack is best known for its affiliation with the show Pawn Stars. Inside you can peruse modern and vintage toys like Hot Wheels, Beanie Babies, action figures, and more that are sure to bring back some childhood memories. The movie prop experience is also tucked within Neonopolis and showcases props from hit films like Jurassic Park, Breaking Bad, The Ring, Titanic, Sons of Anarchy, and Chucky, among others. It's not the most polished museum you're ever going to go into, but the actual items on display are legit. It's a pretty cool and overlooked spot. I'm not an expert on much, but in my 39 years of life, I've eaten an ungodly amount of pizza and can confidently declare Pizza Rock at Downtown Grand to be the best pizza by the slice spot in all of Las Vegas. Go there, eat pizza, savor the moment, don't take it for granted. The Pawn Stars Pawn Shop can be reached from downtown Las Vegas via the free Downtown Loop shuttle that picks riders up at several locations along Fremont Street. A free attraction, the shop is a fun spot for fans of the hit History Channel show Pawn Stars to see in person. In addition to traditional pawn shop items, some of which you've seen bartered for on the show, there's a whole section of show memorabilia to peruse. While fun to visit, you'll want to note that the stars of the show are rarely there and the shop can get pretty crowded. There are two unique pool scenes in downtown Las Vegas that anybody can enjoy, provided you pay a cover charge. The first, Stadium Swim at Circa, is a paradise for sports fans, boasting a 143-foot, 14 million pixel screen, in addition to 6 swimming pools that are heated and open year-round. Cover charges for Stadium Swim start at $20, but can be more depending on the day. The second is the Tank at Golden Nugget, which features a 200,000-gallon aquarium stocked with fish and sharks as its centerpiece. There's even a clear water slide that dissects it. Cover charges for the tank start at $40. My favorite part of Golden Nugget's pool scene, though, is the $5 poolside tub craps game, which is literal paradise. While it costs money for people to come in and use the pool if you're not staying at the hotel, anyone can walk off the street and gamble poolside for free, and I recommend it. While Fremont Street performers are more commonly a nuisance than not, bucket drummers. Performers do span the ability and talent spectrum, and there are often musical, dance, or other acts that are worth checking out. Throw some money in the bucket and enjoy a show. Or in my case, throw some money in the bucket and watch these two dudes continue to stand still. Oops, Heart Attack Grill is known for serving free meals to those weighing in at over 350 pounds, but it's an oddity for slimmer patrons as well, as you'll be dressed in a hospital gown and spanked if you don't finish your meal. Definitely an experience unique to Las Vegas. People that flock to Fremont Street on any given night are a frighteningly interesting subset of humanity, and I recommend you post up at a bar with a view and do some people watching. Some suggestions include Whiskey Liquor Up at Binion's, which offers a bird's eye view of the madness below, Plaza's new Carousel Bar, which is located near the casino entrance and gives you a great perspective of the masses milling past, and Four Queens Patio Bar, which is right next to one of Fremont Street's stages and positions you steps away from passersby. Zach Bagans, the Haunted Museum, is a short ride from Fremont Street and houses a collection of Zach's oddities in the old Wengert Mansion, which is said to be haunted. No photo or video is allowed inside, but items you can expect to see in the 30+ room range from haunted items, dolls, and boxes, all the way to tools of the trade used by serial killers you know. It's creepy. You have to sign a waiver to get in, and it's not scary like a haunted house would be, but people in my group were really freaked out about the items inside. And lastly, an honorable mention. And I know I said things to do on Fremont Street besides gambling, but I view this more as an arcade game where you can win or lose a few quarters. Sigma Derby at the D is a vintage mechanical horse racing game that allows you to bet as little as a quarter on simulated horse races, and it is so fun to sit back, chat, watch the horses, and sip a cocktail. And if you don't have quarters, they have change machines right there. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I was able to help you identify an item or two to piece into your Fremont Street itinerary. If the video is helpful, make sure you subscribe to be alerted when new content comes out.